Hey, what's up, free-to-play players in Rise of Kingdoms? Today, I am going to need your help. I want you to share with me your opinion on what do you consider a free-to-play player, right? Especially in Rise of Kingdom, the game itself. Um, so help me out here, right? Answer. I'm gonna have a list of questions here, right? 8 questions. I want you to help me answer the question in the order, right? So just put your answer in the comment section, right? Something like this, right? So there are like eight question here, right? So you gotta do something like you gotta go into the comment section. You gotta do one. You gotta put like yes, no, true, no, something like that, right? And you gotta give me all of your 8 answer in the comment section, okay? So what are the 8 questions I want to ask you guys here, okay? So the first one, I want to ask you guys, if a guy spend $1 in the game or Rise of Kingdom at the beginning in 3 years of playing, is he free to play or pay to win? Okay, that is the first one. So for me, right, the answer for me is the guy is free to play, right? Free to play. Okay. $1 doesn't mean anything, right? If a guy, okay, this one, question number 2 here. If a guy never spent in the game for the past 3 years, but he, whatever reason, he decided to spend $10 today, is he free to play or pay to win, right? He's still free to play for me, right? In my opinion, right? Uh-oh. So Tai here, this is my answer. Free to play. Next one. Number 3. If a guy spent $100 in the game in 3 years of playing, right? 3 years of playing, spend $100 in the game, is he free to play or pay to win, right? For me, in my opinion, this guy is still free to play, okay? Number 4. If a guy spent $1,000 in the first 3 weeks of the game, but never spend again after that, right? So 3 weeks he go all out. He spent $1,000, but let's say for whatever reason his mom get the credit card back, and then he can't spend money anymore, right? So only for the first 3 weeks he spent, and then for the past 2 years and 49 weeks he didn't spend anything at all. Okay, is he free to play or pay to win? Right? For me, I think the guy still qualified to be free to play. I mean, like for the 2 years and 49 weeks, he didn't spend any money. Okay. All right. So leave the answer in the comment section, right? So go to the next one. Okay. This one is a little bit personal here, right? Number 5. This is true, 100%. Okay. I smoke for the very first time since I was 13. Okay, this is a long story. And I will never smoke again since then. Am I a smoker or a non-smoker? Right? So the answer for me is definitely I am a non-smoker. Because, I mean, like, I didn't smoke for the fucking longest time. So I consider myself non-smoker, even though I smoked one time only when I was 13. Number 6. Okay, again, about me here. If for whatever reason I decide to smoke another cigarette today, am I a smoker or a non-smoker? You know, like sometimes when you go to fill your application, right, and then you like, oh, tick, are you smoker or non-smoker, right? So this is a very similar situation here. Am I a smoker or a non-smoker here? If I, for whatever reason, I decide to smoke a cigarette today, out of the blue, let me smoke a cigarette today to see what it's like. I mean, like, am I a smoker or a non-smoker, right? So for me, I am still a non-smoker, right? Okay, number 7. If someone smoked a lot before, right, like a couple packs a day, but hasn't smoked a single cigarette for the past 5 years, so the guy quit smoking, right? For the past 5 years, he hasn't smoked any cigarette for the past 5 years. Is he a smoker or is he a non-smoker? Like, in my opinion, like if someone's quit smoking for the past 5 years and he's still a non-smoker, right? I mean, like he smoked before, but for the past 5 years he didn't smoke, so he's a non-smoker for me, right? Okay, I think the last question here is a little bit more interesting, right? This is where you can actually go all out with your answer here. So, the game is advertised as free to play, but still has cash shop items and that people can buy with real money, right? It's free to play, but you don't have access to everything in the game. So, is the game really free to play? If you don't think the game is really free to play, as a free to play player, like why do you still play it? Like why don't you go and find a 100% free to play with no cash shop item whatsoever? It's like a game built by community, you know, like that doesn't involve any cash shop. It's free. It run on some servers that you don't have to pay, right? Like why do you still play why do you still play a game that falsely advertised are free to play when you do not have access to everything, right? Isn't a free to play game supposed to have everything free, right? So I'll tell you guys the answer here, right? I mean, I would say the game, I think it's free to play, right? Free to play game, it just means that you have access to some of the stuff for free, right? But there's still like a way for the game to make money so that they can survive. They can like continue with like developing the game, right? So that is my opinion, right? Like people still have to like make a living, right? People still have to feed their family, right? They can just go to work to make a free game for you, right? So that is what free to play. Free to play game just means you have access to some of the content for free, but not everything is free. Okay, that is my answer, right? So I would go back into the I'll go back to the video, right? The YouTube video. I would do something like this one here. Answer, right? 1 free to play, 2 free to play, 3 free to play. Right, I'm just gonna get my answer there, right? 4 is also free to play as well, right? 4 free to play, non-smoker, non-smoker here, right? 5 non-smoker, 6 non-smoker, 7 non-smoker, 8 right. So you go into the comment section and I want you to answer those 8 questions for me and let me know what you guys think. I honestly really curious to see what people really think of what you consider free to play and pay to win, guys. Like please do me a favor here, okay? And thanks again, guys. Big favor here I'm asking you guys to do.